So I've started piling some stuff in here and hanging out for a few hours at a time, watching movies and that sort of thing. I want to show you some of the design things I got to work around. Some of it's movable and some of it's not. And I'll go from the door here. It's got these benches built along both sides, and then that corner that you see sticking out there underneath where that little step is the generator. There's a battery for the generator underneath here. That could have been put different place, but it wasn't. Need to leave the spare inside because I don't have a spare carrier. That corner back there, the very far corner, well, I'll tell you what, let's start on this side. This is where the electrical supply is. There's a lot of dead space in there, and I probably will consolidate a lot of that, and might change out some components. I think underneath this, okay, this is a transfer switch to go from the generator to shore power. So you have power from the generator, power from the plug outside in it, and it clicks, and if you're plugged in, it uses that power, and if you're using the generator, it uses that power. And then the little panel board fuse box, basically, that's added on later on, I think. Bass Pro Shop, there's 3 leads for charging batteries coming out of that. This thing's a weird deal. It's a big old honking DC inverter. I don't know why it's in here. There's a lot of DC output from that thing, and unless they needed it for those demo machines, that's the only thing I can think of. Now this has got a toe kick, or a what I used to call a cadet heater under it. It works really good. Of course, it's a power hog, but if you're plugged in, it's okay. So here's one of our design issues here. Both sides, the wheel wells. Hope I'm getting a good shot of that. It's just got wires and stuff chasing through it now. I do just have 2 110 volt plug-ins right now, which I need to get more of those, but I think they're coming out of this. They're coming out of the fuse box into the plug-in, and then bouncing back and going to the one in the very back. There's just 2 off of that, and I think it's it says it's a 15 amp circuit. So it says plugs. It says plugs, and it's on a 15 amp leg. So that'll carry a lot more plug-ins than just 2, and probably enough for the whole thing. I can probably jump from that over there and come up this side. So more of an overview. There's where our wheel well is, and then I'm not sure how far back this goes. Pretty good ways. There may be some dead space here, but not real sure. Now, as soon as that hump comes out there, that's where our generator is. So, possibility I can take this off and put the battery up here and free up a little more space. But anyway, I'm just thinking out loud here. Kind of just want to give you an idea of where stuff's at. There's a hatch right there that has the suspension air ride stuff in it. So that's gotta be there, of course, and then I've got to be able to get to it. This one is the other wheel well, and you can see the wheel well goes to about where this edge is here, so it's probably about there before the wheel well hits. This is just kind of a box. It used to have another one of those heaters in it, another one of those floor heaters, the Cadets, but it's still got the wiring for it. I could get another unit and put in there, and I don't know, I may possibly, that doesn't take up much space, and it sure was nice. But I could also make a whole another I could reclaim that whole piece of real estate there, because I don't really have to have it. I'm thinking to the side where that storage bag is, in there beside the wheel, I might put my diesel heater, and that would be a great place to exhaust out the bottom, because it's kind of by the trailer hitch. I think it'd work just fine. This sucker gets hot when there's a lot of sun out. It's 76 degrees here. Like I say, this is just this was like a storage box, and then we got some leak, and it was probably the windows leaking, so there's probably some rotten wood in here. It's not structural, but it may turn kind of nasty once I tear into that part of it, but that's no problem. I can fix that. I can replace it. These windows are all kind of set up the same as far as the snaps go. Let's look at this one. This is this is the big one on the passenger side. So coming from the door, and I realize we're getting kind of close here, we got a snap here, 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 and then in the middle of the window there's a snap. Then on this side we got a snap here. For some reason it's not over here in line with this one, but here, and then here, then again at the top of the window, and then again at the top of the whole side panel, also in the middle here of the side panels. So there's enough snaps pretty well to surround that whole window. Now we had some ideas about putting those spring rods in here. It does have a pretty good curve, so it'd have to be down a ways from the top there. Let me see what kind of... It'd have to be 3 inches from the top there before it would be straight. You could go 3 inches and then go all the way across there and put that 3-inch fringe on top of it, and we could drop it down here. But when we do that, we're also going to have it falling away from the top. This is a magnet that I used to catch stuff with. It's not going to stick that because it's aluminum, but you can see how much it's just hanging there, how much it's going to fall away from the window if it's just going to be hanging from here. It's going to fall away quite a bit. Now we could do it to where it falls away, no problem. Make it longer and then sticking on these snaps with, I get a machine or a little pair of pliers to put those snaps on. So there's the window, kinda. I would like to have a window or a drape here. This is the back of the seats. It wouldn't matter if that coming kind of went over the back a little bit, as long as it'll fall on down. Can either have a rod here and put a fringe on the top to kind of cover that, or I can put a track. And I've got a track in the Birch Haven I could use, but I'll have to use those little roller things if I do that. This has got a track around the whole front. It goes all the way to the sides here. You'd have to put a little gap and like snap it together, because it ends. There's two of them. And when it was traveling, or when we're traveling, I'd have to take that and pull it around here and park it over in the corner, but that would be fine on both of the corners. And then if I do the curtain rod, which I think it'll fit against that solid, it'd fit against that just fine, go across there. I could have it split in the middle here and just push it to the side here. And I'll have a bunch of these. These snaps here are have got a screw through them, but I think the ones I'll be getting probably are made on there. These may be made on there. I haven't taken one of them off yet, but they'll just screw into stuff like this. So if I wanted to snap this side of the drapes down, I could put snaps on them and then run that over there and just put some ties on them, and they'd be snapped to the upright there. So we've got about 10 feet of or is it 13? I think we got 13 feet. I've got it written down on this side. I don't think the notebook's up here. I think it's in the upstairs. Yeah, I don't have the measurements on it, I don't think. That's my tent. No. Yeah, this I've got the measurements, so it's more of a function of what we're going to do than the sizes right now. Got the door, the one great big window, the two big windows, and we got the back window. And then on this side we got the two big windows, just like on the other side. Then we got this little window that takes up the space that the door takes up on the other side. And then we got another big window. When we do those front curtains and they pull around from the side, and we can just put them on the dash and they'll cover the dash too. All right,